Texas. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And
2 teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
33-yard line.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Taylor, the Colts ball carrier. A 2-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action. They'll throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. But now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
The pass. Complete.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. On the return comes Cobb. Randall call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
40-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Winston. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A gutsy call, turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. They'll run it with Johnson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. Jameis to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The numbers for Cooks in that game last week, 9 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number, all right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time, and that's a touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Oh, that was dangerous.
Winston's
Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
leads to second and goal.
Here's Winston. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Complete to
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. Down to the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and now it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Back to throw again. This is caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Colts nothing.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On play action, Winston. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On first down, it's Johnson.
Number 31.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7, Winston steps away to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now the 2nd down throw on target. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Houston set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Winston throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 20.
Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. He's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season, but you read the local paper this morning. There was no talk of that mark. They interviewed him, and he wasn't talking about 1,000 yards. The old cliche focused on this game. If he has a big one, might be able to get the win and 1,000 yards.
Seems like he just wants to let it come to him, right, as opposed to trying to force it. And that's probably the right idea and the right attitude. So game situation, play calling will dictate things. Now, how does he get there once he tries to get hot? Formations, route running, trying to get mismatches for him, different types of routes he will run downfield, short, medium, long. All those things will come into play as he tries to get to that magical number.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He's got Burton here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Following the interception, Winston. He's letting this one go for... He's got it at the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Jameis again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, it's Winston. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Rodgers on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
At their own 27-yard line.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Raiders out in front as they approach halftime. Tyrell Williams, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 35-10 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. And any time a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing?
That's the best way to put it, but you have to treat him like the hot shooter in basketball, the guy that's just not missing. You run enough people at him to make him give up the ball in basketball. In this case, you've got to cover him with enough people that they throw the ball to someone else and make them beat you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Catch made here by Campbell.
The pass.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
At the 39.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
On second down, it's Taylor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The score remains tied.
Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 2 brings up second and
from the 44. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line.
Complete.
16 yards, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
First and 10, Taylor now. Down right around the 25.
Jonathan Taylor.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They run once more with Taylor. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes Cobb. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. That catch good for only a couple.
T.Y. Hilton out of bounds at the 26.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
the dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout, and they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run with Taylor, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Second and 13. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Is good. Makes the score Colts 24, Texans 14.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, Winston. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Indy set to go on offense once more. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jonathan Taylor.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
First down, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
Jameis Winston.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's a gain of 7.
Here's Winston.
3rd and 12.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Taylor. And shedding through the tackle. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
trying to keep them from locking down.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Gerald McCoy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now throwing on first down and completing it. 7 yards to pick up there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To the air again with Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
At the 46.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, screenplay, Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now Winston. That'll be, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. He's going to let it fly, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Colts, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Houston, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.